Latoya Whitfield, and so excited to talk to you again. Last week we talked about how my 9 to 5 pushed me into purpose, and this week we're going to be talking about how your purpose builds confidence. So I specifically love young adults. I love young adults because I know how it was when I was 19 years old and I needed someone to talk to me and tell me what are some of the mistakes that I'm making, or how can I do this, how can I navigate through life. And I didn't really have that or experience that. So I want to be that voice for other young adults. And so this is why I love talking about purpose so much, because at that age of 19, had someone had talked to me about my purpose, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have made some of the mistakes that I had made and wouldn't have felt so low about myself. So again, I am Latoya Whitfield. I am your purpose coach and your speaker, and let's get on into it. So first, let's talk about purpose and how it actually builds that confidence. One of the most important things that people fail to realize is that it's okay to be scared. It really is okay to be scared. And your confidence comes after you do the thing that makes you scared. So you have to do it scared. At some point, we've all been scared in our life. You were probably scared to go to college. You was probably scared to put that application in. You probably were scared to apply for that job in corporate America. So many times we have students that are scared to do things, and then they forget that they've done some hard things before and some things that scared them, and they overcame that. And their confidence came after they actually did the thing that scared them. So I have a story about me, like when I first started in my business and it was time for me to transition. And one of the things that I was doing through this transition is having an event to just kind of reintroduce myself, and so that people would be able to see me as the person that I was evolving into and who I was becoming. And I remember getting ready to do this event, and I was so scared. I mean, the first thing that I had said, I don't know if people are going to show up, or are people going to sign up, or are they going to come? And so I started to have these doubts about having an event, and I had actually had courses before where people had signed up for them, and I've gotten people to close, and it was no issue. 4-figure clients that were signing up to work with me one-on-one. So, but I was doing something a little different. I was trying to have an event to get people to come. And I remember saying, okay, how am I supposed to do this? Am I going to do this? I'm scared. And I finally said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm still scared at this point. When I say I am shaking at this point. But I finally created like the Eventbrite. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And of course I had a strategy behind it. So many times people do stuff, they don't have a strategy. So I did have a strategy behind how I was going to do everything. And one of the first things that I did was I asked the audience, if I have an event that does XYZ, would you be interested in coming? And so a lot of the people said yes, they would be interested in coming. And so after I saw that, it was like, I want to say it was like 100 comments where people said they were interested in coming. So I was like, okay, this is good. So being that I already had a strategy and I had already created the event on Eventbrite, I was able to start dropping the link to people that said they were interested. Well, let me tell you, the event sold out in 7 days. Can you believe that? 7 days. This was my first event, and it sold out in 7 days. And this is a prime example of how you have to do things scared. Had I not did things scared, I would have never made it to where I'm at now. And so now we are 3 events later, getting ready to do my 4th event, and each and every event has sold out. And that's only because I decided to take a chance on me the first time. So you have to do it scared. No matter how much it scares you, you do it scared. And so I think the next thing when it comes to purpose is just comparison. Many times we start to compare ourselves to other people, and there's no formula to actually how you navigate through life. It's going to be different for everyone. There are some people that are going to go the route of going, they graduate from high school, they go to college, and then they get a job in corporate America. There are some people that they may graduate from high school and they go to trade school, and then they start to open a business. There are so many different routes, and I don't want you to ever think that, hey, this is the only way to do it. So please believe that there's more than one way to do it. Success is truly becoming the best version of yourself. That's why I absolutely love purpose, because that's all it is. It's becoming the best version of yourself. And so what you have to realize is that when you start to compare yourself to other people, you're basically not living your authentic purpose. And that's why it's so important to find out who you are. Once you know who you are, you can start to navigate and make a plan and a vision for how you like your life to look and the steps that you will need to take. Or what do I need to do to get to this expected end? What do I need to do to get to this purpose? Instead of actually comparing your life to someone else, because someone else can do some of the same things as you, and then they may make $100K a year or $100K a month, and that may not work for you. So that's why it's so important to know what your purpose is, so that you can take that route. And it doesn't mean that you don't learn from those people, but your route just may look different, okay? So here's the last thing I want to talk about. Purpose keeps you going. Many times people give up because, I failed that test. I applied for all of these jobs, they didn't call me back, or I didn't get promoted at my job. It's okay. It's okay. Your purpose keeps you going because it gives you a reason why you're doing what you have to do. I've had so many things that have happened to me in my life, and had I not went through them, I would not be talking to you and being able to give you an example of you can do it too. But after I graduated from college, I graduated with my business marketing degree, and shortly after that, I could not find a job, so I found myself doing door-to-door sales. I later ended up working in retail, and through that process of people not calling me back for a job and not being able to get anyone to call me, I then went back to school and I got a master's degree. Well, after I got that master's degree, people still were not calling me based on my degree. And so it was just very different for me. My experience was different. It's not to say that what I done was it was not valuable. It's not to say that the degree was not valuable. However, just my route just was not the same. But had I had allowed the rejection of people not calling me or saying that, hey, I want you on this team, or I want to hire you, if I had not experienced that, then I wouldn't be able to tell you that it's okay to feel like a rejection at some time. Or feel like, this is not going the way I had thought it would go. So you cannot compare yourself to other people's lives. You have to make sure that you go your own route, because everything that you experience is going to help you help somebody else in the future. So if you are watching this and you have went through a few failures and they haven't called you back for that job or that degree, for some reason they just are not hiring you, and they don't care about your degree, or you're not getting that promotion at that job, it's okay. So Gen Z, I'm a millennial. I see you and I'm here for you. But listen, you have to make sure that you understand the value in your purpose. What's your reason why? And so if you do not know a deep reason why, I want to make sure that you get my purpose ebook. And I'm going to drop that in the comments when I get through with this video. You'll see that. You'll drop it below. I'll drop it below. But you have to be able to identify your purpose, have a purpose statement, so that you can start to navigate and learn why this may not be for me. This route may not be for me. And it's okay to take chances. That's what it's about. You never fail if you keep going. And your success is only dependent on you becoming the best version of you.